Hello and welcome to the ninth and final chapter of this series of videos where we look to develop a 2D platforming game in Unity. In today's final episode, we will create a title, game over, and victory screen. In the last video, we were able to create a score manager, a score system, and a death system as well. So let's get into the index for this video. So for the index of this video, we will first set up the build settings for the scenes that we will create. Second, implementing the title, game over, and victory scene. And lastly, the final showcase. Alright, so with that all wrapped up, let's now head to Unity where I will start index number 1. So the first thing you want to do when you have new scenes is to put them in your build and run settings. So we have our 3 scenes here. Let's just go to the build settings, and you want to configure them how you want the game to be built. So you want the title screen to be first, then you follow it up by level 1. Maybe you're coding where it will load the next scene in the build, but it shouldn't necessarily matter if it's a specific scene, like how you will see later on. So let's start this off with creating our menu. So the foundation for our menus are mostly going to be the same. We're just going to start with a UI, and we're going to go Text Mesh Pro, and this is where we're going to type our title. So let me just configure this real quickly. We're gonna make the pivot right in the center. There we go. Up center rather than the middle. Just reset the transformation real quick, then pivot it back. And you can make this however you want it to look like. I'm just going to use Text Mesh Pro for now, but you can even use an image instead, however you want. So we're just going to make this sample 2D platform game or platformer game. Right, maybe just edit up with a few styles, make it alright, that's okay, make it to the middle. There we go, and that's your title. So now the buttons are mostly the same. Just go to, not sprite, you have to go to UI. So let's just go to UI, then buttons. There you go, and there you go, there's your button, and you're able to edit the text as well. Not there. Edit the text here in the drop down menu. Right, you're just gonna name this. Alright, start. And everything else will be rinse and repeat for most of these menus. So I will just speed this up and see you when it is finished. Alright, so now we are just going to use the format of the game over screen for the you win, since it's essentially the same thing. Change the text, you win, and there we go. Now we have the layout for our 3 menu scenes. So now this won't take too long. This is a script for the button functions for what our buttons are supposed to do. So first of all, you need the Unity Engine.Scene management up there so that we can access our scenes and load level. Loading level 1, return to main menu. We'll rename it to title screen fitting the name, and quit game to close the application. And that's all there is to it. Alright, so now it's just time to reroute our buttons. Let's hit start here, and we're just going to drag our script into the on click, find the function and find load level 1, and that's all you need to do. And just reroute the rest for the buttons, and I will just speed up this process quickly. With the buttons finished, let's now do something really quickly, and that's just going to create a win tag so that we will be able to access the you win menu. So just go here and we're just going to add win. There we go, and that's all we need. Just need to set it as well. There you go, and now we're all set. Alright, so next is setting up the win condition, which will be very simple to do. All we have to do is just add to our player movement script, and I will do it here on the on trigger. So let's just write if collision dot game object compare tag, then we're gonna name it win because that's what we set earlier, and all that's going to do is load the we're just going to type to load the you win scene. So we're just going to copy this from the button functions, paste it, and just change the name, and that's it. Now we have access to the you win scene, and that's all there is to it. And now we move on to the final build of the game, the final showcase rather. So let's just hit play, and we are dropped into the title screen. Let's hit start, and this is our level. Let's get hit here, and there's the game over screen. Let's just hit try again. So the scene has successfully been reloaded. Collect this coin, test the detection real quick for this enemy to come back. There we go, 0. And now we're just gonna get hit again. Alright, let's turn to the main menu. There we go, hit start, and let's just keep going, and we are going to test the death block. So now we have 10 on our score. Let's just drop down and we hit it, and there we go, game over. Try again, and let's just keep going. There we go, up above the final platform, and let's just get, get that giant coin, and there we go. You win. And just go there, hit quit, and there we go. Closes the application just as it should. And that is all for the title game over and title game over and you win screen, and all that's left to do is just create our prefabs. Since now there's not much changes we need to do anymore, we're just going to grab the enemy there, enemy prefab, create an enemy prefab rather. Then we're just gonna grab this one, done with the enabled box collider. This is for the death platform or death block. Alright. What else are we going to make as a prefab? The coin. So let's get the win coin first. Rename it. There we go, and then we're just gonna get a regular coin. And there it is. That seems to be it. I'll just move that to where it's supposed to be. Alright. And that seems to be all that we're making. Oh no, it's just, I forgot about the score manager. I'll just put that there. Alright, just double checking to be sure. I think we're missing prefab of the win screen, so I'll do that real quickly. There's the empty folder, and we're just gonna drop the canvas and the event system. And that should be the last of the prefabs that we'll make. Let's just double check here. Complete. We have the enemy. Alright, complete and complete. And it seems that our prefabs are complete. So anything else that you would want to make a prefab for future scenes, you might as well do it while there are no more changes that you need to make anymore. Right, we're just gonna go back here and maybe there. Forgot to mention that the audio source was off, but we know it's working because if you watch the previous video, you can hear. There we go. I'll play it again just to be sure. Alright. So it's working. So now at least we know it's working. Just gonna drop here, and that's where we are going to end it. And so that will be all for this video and the previous videos. So big thank you to everyone who stayed for watching all the videos, and hopefully this helped you build a foundation for creating a 2D platform game. And last but not least, credits to Massive Beats on YouTube for the background music of these videos, just to bring more liveliness into the videos themselves. So for the last time, I am Joaquin of Dagat Games, and thank you for watching this series of videos. And I hope to see you next time.